what does it mean to our policy makers? To join me on this discussion, I want to first of all take the ADCOM president, who we believe lives within the spectrum of this digital infrastructure, and has been able to contribute also with the scrutiny to the way forward of the digital infrastructure. So, Mr. Teniola. Thank you. I was told to change the culture of the telephone. Instead of dropping it, which of course is the ecosystem, I will put it to my mouth so that they can hear. So if you see me put it to my mouth, just ensure that I was directed to do so. All right. So Mr. Teniola will set the ball rolling for the round table. You have 2 minutes to respond to this issue that we are going to go around. 2 minutes to respond on what digital infrastructure means to a country, their education, their people, their businesses, and of course what policy makers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair, and I'll stand on all existing protocols. I've got a speech here. I was told I was going to give a keynote speech, so I have to go along with the notes I have been given by our members. It would be rather unfair to not share with you an important speech. In fact, I gave this last year. I just wanted you to know, because repetition is not a problem, because it speaks to the thematic that you have shared. So thank you very much. So if you bear with me, I'll try and do this within 2 to 3 minutes. Chairman has said I should paraphrase, and I will do that. So I'll skip the bit that says titles of tech leadership roundtable and awards. Okay, without further ado, the thematic talks about the catalyst for a connected digital economy, which is very timely considering that the industry is moving from voice to a data-centric paradigm. And thank you, Dr. Ernest Lukwe, through the voice era. It's now the digital era that's coming our way. Globally, as we know, the African telecommunications infrastructure is at the heart of any global business in the modern age. From data security and data reliance requirements, through cloud connectivity issues, to low latency and time-based stamping in trading transactions. That's sort of the direction the industry should go into, especially when you look at the low latency and what 5G would bring. We need a robust, reliable, and resilient networks, which are critical to our everyday use. And the telecoms operators are increasingly seeking to expand a customer-centric and specific and value-added services, such as combining connectivity with application services to retain relevance and protection against margin erosion. At the same time, the growth of OTT, over-the-top applications, raises novel regulatory questions, because service providers, many of whom have no infrastructure and often no physical presence at all in the country, can nevertheless use licensed operators' infrastructure in that country to provide services. Our own broadband plan. Both identified open access as an instrument to drive broadband penetration. And obviously, these broadband plans were brought in to obviously assist the late entrants and the small operators that exist. In certain areas, some countries have adopted a mandatory open access broadband. We don't have a mandatory open access broadband, even though we have 7 infrastructure licenses that have already been licensed and awarded. So they've been able to successfully implement that over the 5 years. However, as I said before, ours is stalled. Furthermore, the failure to establish functional open access or public ownership models doesn't continue to enable or encourage commercial operators to expand and upgrade their networks and services. And this obviously has resulted in either country meeting ambitious broadband targets. For those in the room who are not aware, our broadband penetration should be 30% by the end of this year. And we consider that a minimum, not the end game. Because as you know, as you said, many people carry 2 phones, and we currently have 192 market gaps, which means there's at least 20 million Nigerians that have never used a phone, let alone the internet. So just to put that at point here. So obviously, as I said, we developed a program plan in 2012 with Dr. Nis Adukwe was a co-chair for that, and then we obviously had it approved by the former administration. But let's lean on what's worked and lessons that can be learned. Australia is one, which we learned on.
President Teniola, just put it there. What works and this thing is coming up after we take it so that we can lace it up. Now, I'm going to go to Mr. Amos. We're looking at that infrastructure itself within the open data environment. And of course, this conceptual and definition of digital infrastructure having deeper meaning than just the cables and the base stations and all those things and the networks that we know. We want to see what we can learn from Amos, because Amos is a board of the World Summit Award, and of course this will conducted the World Summit Award for Africa and Nigeria in particular as advisor, and of course they discuss the challenges and benefits of this thematic. Quite a lot. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests. I mean, if you put it this way, that if it were not for the chairman, from my perspective, I look at digital infrastructure as something that I wouldn't want us to look at digital infrastructure as what we feel we are done. Yearly, we look at government only. I'm more concerned about the private sector. Private sector in the sense that the facilities so far in this country, infrastructure-wise, is enormous. I don't think there's anyone in this room today without a mobile telephone. We need to move content to drive even the available infrastructure. It's unused. What I mean by this is that government year in, year out, right on this, telecom facilities that is already in the country. But the concern here is that we are actually not optimizing their use, their right ways, and of course, as is expected of us, for tomorrow.
You mean we are wasting infrastructure?
We are actually wasting infrastructure, sir. And this has different connotations, particularly more abused by the public sector, permit me to put it that way. There's so much money that goes into this almost every year, and perhaps nobody audits what has happened, what is efficient, how is it been effective, and to what extent can we measure the usefulness of what is available in this country.
What are professionals doing?
Fine, that's the target. My concern is actually to look at what we are doing in this room. I see some people are respecting a lot of the media. The man laughs, that's every time. But then I'll get back to you. And Nigerians are yet to take up the infrastructure currently available in this country and move it beyond what government is doing. In Lagos State, I'll give it to Lagos State, quite frankly. Lagos State has a very good infrastructure template and we use this. Of course, we expect that the digital infrastructure currently available is here to service the expenditure in the infrastructure in Lagos State, no matter how good it has been. On my way here, you see the large expanse of land that most of us here were familiar with. We take our families there to play as Babbage in those days. It's now a major town. It's actually a major society for tomorrow. We should not plan that town with the ideas of 5 years, 2 years, even a year ago, any longer, because as we start to finish, we're already obsolete. So to speak, this moves into security, and that's actually the study inequality and the results we are getting from the security.
Let us come into some challenges, especially for the fintech environment. I know that Samuel is the CEO of Fortis. So how do we really quantify the benefit? Because I've learned from our engineer emeritus, who of course engineering degree because we have really mentored us that while you look at the future, don't forget the past. The reason is that the conditionalities of the past was what challenged people to deliver what they did at that time. And you shouldn't say that what they did probably was just wrong. Because those who are coming after you will experience something like, hey, why are these guys not going to the moon? What were they doing? Because they will be orbiting somewhere, right? So they say, oh, you failed. So I think within that, let us look at a lot of major. Fintech was not here yesterday. But really, you find out that telephony and data, especially mobile, has enabled that fintech industry to grow. So it will be an abnormality when you say, oh, those who probably got mobile yesterday, they forgot about fintech. They did not. They laid the foundation. And now you give you the springboard to be able to grow. I'm saying this, and I didn't see any applause to the engineering young people. That's a lesson. A lesson, yes, a lesson that I've learned was, and it's just also a lesson that when we use grammatically, oh, Nigerians are, it's not correct. Some Nigerians might be corrupt, but not all of them are corrupt. Some Nigerians might be good, but not all Nigerians are good. Some Lagos drivers might be good, but not all of them. So when we apply those advantages, I want us to put them in perspective. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Data, how it affects fintech. Of course, fintech right within the ecosystem. I think without this infrastructure, we cannot even drive fintech at all. We cannot talk about financial inclusion, financial technology. It means that this ecosystem is important. It means it needs to be strengthened. I agree with what is being said. A lot of it is being extended. I also know that some part of this country where this is available. So what it means that we cannot really drive financial inclusion. We can't drive fintech the way we want to do. I was on an island in Lagos off coast, and there's no bank there. The closest bank you have to come by boat, and it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to come there. So what it means that along that area, I may not reach many financial services, except I come, to the area. So the point is this: we can do a lot more, but like what we said, thank God for the MST. The foundation is laid. A lot can be done, but if we really want to, I think policies, yes. Adoption, yes. If we see as the next thing to do, we will do it. What am I saying? If you go to some part of the north where I stay in Abuja, if you go to like a town called Agaye in Niger State, you will not see a bank. It takes you 2 hours to get to the to get a bank. Such environment, I can tell you that they are financially excluded. No matter what I say, because it takes them 2 hours to do anything.
That's an opportunity for professionals.
Yes. Now that is the opportunity we're seeing, and that is why fintech is coming in. Because if you go to that place and you plant a hub, you will, with a matter of time, you will make back a return on investment. But for us, we can first see that these are opportunities. They are not problems. They are opportunities to explore. And whoever goes there first has a first advantage. So I know how to be done in company that you just have to do what you're doing. So the market is there, data is important, infrastructure is important, but in the other part of the country, we can do a lot of work.
Thank you. Now I'm going to my very good friend Godfrey Ferobo, and of course, you see, he's always smiling. I know those who hired him to be the CEO of Smile. They really knew from their name. I hope they're paying you well. So now, you play on both sides, both the infrastructure, at least as an adopted party, and of course, we play on the content level too, as it were. We want to share your experience with us. What are the challenges we're facing? How can we do it better? What do you expect out of the Nigerian ICT ecosystem?
Okay, thank you very much. I just, before speaking on the subject you gave to me, I just want to try to clarify the point that was made about wasteful infrastructure. I wouldn't want people to leave and not understand what that really means, because we still complain about infrastructure deficit in this country. We still complain about the fact that most of the infrastructure that drives broadband today is mostly built by the private operators. Yes, recently additional operators were appointed to provide fiber in different geopolitical zones. We makes it 4 now, so we can have fiber across different parts of the country, and we can take broadband. Broadband has really influenced the way we work, the way we play, the way we do business, and also facilitating fintech services. Bringing it home, I remember when I was much younger, if my dad should travel to the village, how would I know he has gotten to the village? We would have to wait for him to come back 3 days later for him to tell us about his journey. But see what technology has done. You can actually, on a real-time basis, know when he gets to Already, when he gets to Benin, and what's happening. And this has really influenced every aspect of our lives, in e-health, education, infrastructure that facilitates mobile banking. So today,
can this influence be more beneficial in multiplier if those who you are saying invested are collaborating?
Yes, so the market is moving towards that area of collaboration and infrastructure sharing. We've seen some good movement in the area of policies. There's a guideline now for spectrum sharing. The guidelines on active infrastructure sharing is being worked on currently, but a lot still needs to be done. We have Nigerian telehouse. Before now, most companies would have their data centers outside the country. We have, for Smile, we have a London hub. But today, you have Nigerian data centers and companies that can host your data in Nigeria and can actually do your termination in Nigeria. So we're seeing a lot of development that is facilitating different areas of the economy. The fintech area, schools, education, health, and whatever. In terms of what are the challenges we are seeing, I'll speak from an operator point of view. We've raised this severally. While operators are investing in putting infrastructure in place, particularly fiber, we have issues of multiple taxation. It's a major issue where you have to pay federal, state, local government, and community tax. We also have issues of vandalization, where critical infrastructures are being vandalized and lose service to your customers. We currently have, there's a bill before the House currently that would actually place telecoms infrastructure as critical national infrastructure. We'll get some protection from the state. If that is done, that will give the operators and the investment that's going into establishing infrastructure some assurance that you can get return on your investment. So, tax, vandalization, inconsistency in policy execution.
What causes that?
I don't want to speak on recent happenings,
Do you think
but
that the government that they're speaking to really understands what those infrastructure mean?
I think the government understands, because if you look at it, there's a broadband plan. There's a broadband plan, very detailed. Now it is the will to execute. That is where we have the challenge. So it's not as if they don't know. The government knows. If you look at the economic recovery and growth plan, it clearly states that we are looking at building a smart city what will drive a smart city? Broadband. We are chasing a 30% broadband penetration by the 2020. It was 2018. What was published, the latest, the last report from NCC was that we had achieved 21% broadband penetration. So we know what will drive it, but it's the will to execute. Thank you.
Thank you, but can you give me another applause for the nail on the head? And of course, I wish also to remind Godfrey and all of us that Dr. Ndukwe was a co-chair for the broadband plan from Nigeria in Djibouti, and he deserves an emeritus applause again. So I'm coming back to Amos. You raised a very critical issue, and we will come to them because broadband is core. If we really want to sustain the mobile technology advantage that people can afford as a country, and of course, education, health, and without that, we cannot really be competitive. So we want to share from Teniola his word of knowledge on this aspect of safety and security, because we just learned that a 12-year-old boy in the States was able to hack into the Dallas election portal for 10 minutes, and he changed the result. So where are we? We are not the owners of the infrastructure. We are not the owners of the infrastructure. How do we secure those infrastructure?
Yeah, good point. Obviously, this is where I deviate from my keynote speech, because I think that the issue of security and protection is very poignant to where we are right now. We have, I know that Godfrey mentioned the Critical National Infrastructure Bill, which is still a bill, and it's stuck in the Senate. Sorry, Senator, I would like you to help push that bill through so it become law. And then we have the Cybercrime Act bill. That's right, it's now an act, no longer a bill, that has many sections, and it would appear that government was only interested in one section, and that was how to get funds. And I basically think that's the wrong way around. It should start with section 1 and go and get to section 44, and then finish the whole thing. So again, it's about implementation. The other thing that concerns me is that we have disparate agencies doing different things, and there's no cohesive, robust coordination amongst these agencies. So we have the NG Cyber Emergency Response Team that's been built within NCC, and I think NIDA is doing something similar. And then you have what the DSS and the Office of the National Security Agency is doing, and there isn't any coordination. So we have a problem in Nigeria where, you're right, it doesn't take this person to just hack. Anyone can hack into the Nigerian banks if they're committed to, because they are left on their own devices to basically protect their own services. But the problem is that these services are not built by Nigerians, they're actually built by foreigners. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't adopt foreign technology, because we're not going to all of a sudden stop producing oil and become exporters of telecoms equipment or software. That's not going to happen overnight. But the real point is that we have a digital cybercrime skill set, and that's a huge one. We need to start to look at how we can close that gap through education. Public awareness helps, and also to ensure that the youth that are very good in coding, or they have talent, start to focus on developing software that is built for Nigeria. And I know that's you're the oracle, you know where I'm going with this. So yes, the skill set is a big problem. I'm not saying that we cannot start to close some of the gaps that we have, but I think that if you stay the way it is going, the gaps will get wider, and there will be not only Nigerians taking advantage of those gaps, but those outside the shores of this country who want to take advantage of those gaps. Yeah, and you know what I mean. So
thank you. You made a very solid point. You deserve an applause here. Applause, which of course we're going to delve into local content to so that we can round up. I think the issue really is that you keep your apple after growing it as a family at somebody's shed. You wouldn't know how accountability will work at the end of the day, because when it is reporting, it will tell you out of the 1,200 went foul, and you can't verify. So you are keeping your content with other people, and they manage it. You have software that drops your bank, because that brings to bear. The last published account is about 393 billion, that was lost to the banks through various coupances and lists. And of course, they are insured, but then the subscribers or the customers pay for this money. But protected if you have that capability, at least on the content side. You can have the infrastructure, but the content side, if you have an army, digital army, that can be smart to do all these things, then automatically becomes a different ball. So, Amos, can you speak to local content, because I know you share this thing?
Actually, my point why I saw this infrastructure is unused is that it's actually a challenge I put to the youths across the country. In fact, across Africa, because we share common problems. We see our governments actually offer us some of what they have actually provided, but then we need to move it. Amongst our midst in this session, I have some innovators who have actually come out as national nominees for Nigeria on the UN World Summit Awards. Some people who has actually done something in the area of open government and citizen engagement. If no one is thinking of helping the government to use these infrastructures to improve the service to the citizens, then we are actually not working, that is looking at the private sector, and not just the national budget that is being planned by politicians in whatever political settings and, our parties and all of that. So that's actually in one area. In education, we all talk about education. Somebody here, that's an person in Niger Parliament, please go download this on your mobile apps. It's available in the store. And you can actually see to what extent they've covered information about our leaders, about our lawmakers. And we plan to move them to the next level. This not just remain a print or a digital library, but then should be functional and make it work for this country. Education the same way. In the area of commerce, business, e-business and commerce, things have changed. It's no longer the same. Look at estates, when you actually say you have late or deceased citizens and they have wills to manage on behalf of their families, there are now digital products that can solve these family issues, plus insurance and pensions and all the different things that are important. But then, not even startups, sir.
How do you do it? When they are not funded, what about the pieces, what are they doing? Or we have government fund within this opposition?
First and foremost, I always don't want to come from where I believe the government will fund. You must start with the idea, crack it. Already, if we start from funding, it's probably going to fail. Sometimes we start from the angel funds, these funds. We've not planned them to have resolved their business alliances. The ethics of having to come together for best practice, coming to the round table with trust, understanding what we need to do, and not just to start a year or two, and we have scattered. Please go back to the records of startups in this country, in Africa, or any other developing country, and let's see the health of those startups some years after. It's important, and it's actually very critical that they are helped. They need assistance. Okay, and that's actually for some other areas, and I'm sure a whole lot of other services in terms of health. You see, in terms of our inclusion and empowerment, there is actually so much more we can actually write on the existing infrastructure that we need youth drive more innovation to consume these facilities. A whole lot of it. Local content, a whole lot.
Coming to local content, especially with fintech, we are looking at a video now from the back end. For those coders who know what back end is, you don't see them, but when the job is finished, you don't see them. When you look at fintech, there's a lot of youthful restfulness, positive. They are working day and night and chalking out a lot of those goals. hear them. I know that really a lot of people are listening to them. Their hearts are becoming very important. Just recently, you must have read it, 5 Nigerian girls won the first innovation award in Silicon Valley. And of course, they focus on health and pharmaceuticals, the drugs that are imported here that we take and all those things, and how positive drugs and diabetes are health. And of course, it is a great African problem which they are trying to solve. So now I want someone to take us into the back end, what they call the head of the coders in the fintech. What do they do? How good are they? What are the challenges?
Thank you. Are we doing the trying? Do we have good drinks in Nigeria? Yes. There are a couple of them here already, and we are trying to come to the market. Yes, the market is not trusting or stable. There's that skepticism. Can they really do it?
Why is it an attitudinal point?
I think it's a culture. Nigerians believe that if it's important, it's better, which is not true.
Is it experience?
There are guys here who can sit down and practice.
I'm a testimony that is not true. I have consulted for areas where there are failed foreign softwares that has entered this country and they did not mature. I can tell you that, I can attest to that, many of them. And of course, those failures let us have people who can be fraud. One of them is system spec. Okay? There used to be ex-manager, I won't mention him, but then when they brought out their payroll and human manager, what we don't understand is that policies in countries are different. India government, the way they pay their staffs and what they do is different from the grading that we have there. So you cannot bring Indian HR software to come here to fail, and it did. So what we are saying is that we have people.
Yes, we have people. Just like you said, sir, we did some work for some international organizations. They brought in guys from abroad. But when they saw what we did, they were shocked that this was from the scratch of built, competed with what they've seen before, even better, could serve in rural areas where there are no networks, could do financial inclusion for them where there are no networks. So in this country, we have these young people, their head is hot. They're just cracking everything. So what we need to do is to help them navigate it. Come together. Can you bring your strengths where you have flaws? Can somebody who is good at hacking help you to see it? I know we build this consortium. First bank, UBA, to ride on the finance of this world. There are things we can do in this country. And they are paying heavily for this. So these are ways we can grow the market. So if you say, are there innovators in Nigeria? Yes. Can we do it? Yes. Are we doing it?
You are saying that in the technology competitiveness, our strength lies in that area.
Yes. Yes. We have that edge. So it's for us to really buy into it, to trust enough. Because we've seen people like Flutterwave, they are doing billions now in dollars, in remittances. But these are guys are Nigerians. I've met a couple of them and had some chats. So these are what we can do. We don't need to rely on Western University for all these things. These are foreign technologies. So we have Nigerians who are doing this innovation. So we need to buy into them. Organizations need to believe in them that they can deliver.
Thank you. Now, someone has led us into those satellites on the mind of what is being done with back. I think I believe what you said. I won't let the cat out of the bag, but just be assured. But in the next, say, 18 months, you will see an unleash an innovation marathon that could in this country. Lagos State is trying to train 1 million residents in all sorts of coding. Of course, they've established about 164 schools that they are teaching them just, primary coding, just fundamentals. but it's something you need to know because code is a new language. You had an old language, which is your name. When you're a toddler, your Baba say, oh, Mama, Samuel is your name. You didn't even learn it, but it's a code that you wear today. So when I say Samuel, you turn it back, right? So there are codes which are new languages which you must learn as normal people, but there are codes which you must also learn as skilled people, which of course will call as very important. So on local contents, what's your take?
Well, thank you very much. I would say that this is actually local content. Why I say so because in 2001, you would not have this group sit to discuss technology. You would have mostly expatriates. So this is local content. And I like what you said, that maybe there's a cultural thing about appreciating foreign content over local content. It cuts across a lot. You have a German Shepherd as a dog. You pay so much for it, you appreciate it. We have local dogs. Nobody buys it. The local dog runs everywhere. But the good thing is that the local dog can learn. Where I stayed while growing up, there was a dog that understood. Clean the dogs, I'm not trying to take your job now. There was a dog that understood Calabar. Yes. So, the German Shepherd, your local dog can equally be trained and be as smart as a German Shepherd. But it's just about the culture, what we appreciate, and what's happening. But that is changing dramatically. But we now really need to invest in let's not look at the youths alone. Some of the youths are already formed. We now need to look at the under fives that are coming up. During the summer holiday, I saw a lot of promotion for coding, asking people to bring their children to learn coding. This is how it all starts. We are consuming content. What kind of content are youth consuming today? We are consuming content. We're on the internet. And if you look at the Anambra 5 that developed an app. Now, if you're developing a local app or software solution, it must address a need. If it addresses a need, then you will get adoption and you will get promotion. If you develop a content that does not address any need, then you will have that challenge and you'll be seeking for government intervention or what have you. The app they developed was to identify or to screen the quality of drugs for malaria. If they had done an app to screen, I would have said cancer, but it looks like cancer is also here now. So I can't think of something, maybe some other ailment that is not known to Africa or to Nigeria. They would not be shortlisted. So the local content must address local needs. If it addresses local needs, then you will get the support. Because Nigeria is still the biggest market. After India, China, I believe Nigerian content consumption would be 10 in the world in the next 10 years.
Thank you very much. Closing. Let's just close up 2 seconds. Close up. What do you tell
I think first is, the hope is that on adoption, we are good. Because every year, Nigeria's innovation is being celebrated all over the world. This year, we've had Nigerian products celebrated in Vienna. That was U-Truck, its smart settlements and urbanization. Right in digital infrastructure. So if we do not have some of these things, we will never consume this facilities that this backbone of this organization is actually provided in that area.
Yeah, we need to start to encourage and praise ourselves because we have one of the most diverse musical and diverse entertainment industry that's going to explode in the next 5 to 10 years. You know, in Switzerland or in London, you hear Nigerian music.
Yes.
And even in France, you know, they're speaking French, they still have Nigerian music banging away in the nightclubs. So you can see that we're penetrating, just like the Brazilian culture. And I take the point you made, sir, about how we can localize content. It's very important. The data is the new black gold. It is. And we need to start to create armies of data scientists. And I'm very happy that this week there is a Nigerian, I don't want to name him, because he actually works in a very large company that's a member of ADCON, that is actually spearheading data science. And he has shared 100 use cases that are African use cases of where we can go with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and it's very important that we start to get the young to start to learn, because you're right, unfortunately, a lot of the content, and I say this as a criticism, a lot of the content that come down on our fiber is actually coming into the country and it's foreign content, and sometimes it's bad content, and we need to actually push out our African, Nigerian content going the other way, so we can infiltrate their cultures and improve their cultures the African way. Thank you.
In closing, I would say the financial industry is expanding. The tech industry is coming into it strongly. What we need to do is to believe in it, trust it, that it can take us to that point where we want to go to. Nigerian youths are strong, agile, intelligent. They are building this industry to become what we want it to be. So what we need to do is to trust it, to believe in it, and to adopt it. The truth is, in 5-10 years from now, when we look at Nigeria, it will be the same way we're seeing it. Things would have exploded at a broader scale, technology-wise.
I'll just say that I think the future is Africa and the driver is Nigeria when it comes to technology advancement. So I think there's a lot for Nigeria to take the lead role. We have a very young population, yes, also in Africa compared to Europe and the world. So if we continue to invest, right investment in our youth in terms of content, in terms of equipping them to embrace technology right from kindergarten, there's a lot that we can do to shape the world. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, sir, thank you for giving us this ample time. I know that it's late, but what will be done has to be done. As a moderator, I want to thank our audience for listening, and of course for the patience that we've taken. The closing really is about an advice. Local content is key. How do we get involved? Everybody. Right from now, you can just start. How do you start? Change your password to Igbo, Yoruba, Efik, or whatever. Don't use any other password. That limits any hacker almost 30–50% to crack your phone. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. Okay? But you need to learn, if you want to do that, you need to learn to be many languages. The Chinese use their Chinese, Russians use their Chinese. Algorithm of Russian, before you can go into it, you need to really do Russian to be able to know their mentalities. If we change it, all Africans change it, then automatically we create a bar for people who want to intrude and interfere. And of course, probably it has to be a policy. Now, Godfrey said you can teach a dog to learn caliber. It's true. A baby in any environment can learn any language. So if we teach our babies how to code, they become great coders. It's very easy. So, to the chairman, I want to say thank you. And I also want to say that when I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to be like so that we can remove all this suit and wear local content. Thank you.
So Mama, you're welcome. Please tell your son to release what he's been holding. We would not finish that section, my oracle. That section was so wonderful. I learned a lot. I learned so much, and I cannot keep emphasizing on what I learned. I'd like to give the microphone first to our Colonel to say just a word.
Honorable, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to this occasion of the 13th edition of the Titans of Technology Awards. I think this is about the 4th or 5th time I have attended the ceremony, and each occasion has always been a memorable occasion. We have to continue to recognize and appreciate the effort of the organizers, the promoters, and those who put this whole event together. The first session of the evening, which was the panel discussion for which you all had, was very illuminating. It told about all the good things that are lined up for our country. The only part I found a bit difficult, I don't know if you have seen those local dogs. Do they look like German Shepherds? I mean, I'm not sure they will frighten anybody anyway. But the truth of the matter is, the message was sent and the message was clear. That if you teach anybody, and especially when they are small, if you teach them well, by the time they are growing up, you'll be surprised at what they can do. I can give you an example. My 3-year-old grandson, some time ago I visited them. They were talking about the solar system. The solar system was one of the things we learned towards the end of secondary school, and we talk about the sun and the, all the planets moving around the sun. But 3-year-olds already understand it. Which gives you an idea of the possibilities of tomorrow. And this is where the opportunities lie. All those who can try to see tomorrow certainly will benefit from the opportunities of tomorrow. And one of the aspects I found discussed this evening was about funding. Now, I like to believe that sooner or later our environment will also reach that stage where young people, 23-year-old, 19-year-old, they look at a requirement for their environment, which was very well said at the panel, at the discussion, and they develop a technology to solve the problem of that environment. And they make billions. We hear a young man in America, he's developed a small solution, and then he sells it to Google for $1 billion. I mean, the man is not up to even 30. So that tells you the kind of things that happen out there. And so even the US government is not involved. And in this environment, if you wait for government, well, we grew up in this system, in this environment. We were participants in this environment. And I can tell you very frankly, in those days, 70s, 80s, government would vote billions of dollars. First and foremost, how did they acquire the technology that they have? Some white man comes and tells you, hey, I have this social product, it can do this and do that. And then they put their money into it. They don't understand what it's supposed to do. They don't know how it's going to benefit the environment. And at the end of the day, zero, you get nothing out of it. But now you can see everybody is looking for how to get money to do something. And if you get that money, and you know how much it costs you to get that money, you are going to do your very best to ensure that it works. And those are the opportunities for this country. And that is where small entrepreneurs, small businesses, medium businesses, large businesses will have a chance to establish themselves and create jobs. When you hear today government saying that they want to create 10 million jobs, government cannot create 10 million jobs. Even if they share 50,000 naira to everybody every day, every month, they cannot create 10 million, even 1 million jobs. It is you and I and the young, vibrant, energetic people with some ideas. They are employing about 200 people, 20 people, 50 people. When you aggregate all of this, it tells you the massive explosion of employment opportunities for this country. We are excited about tomorrow because the promises are looking very, very good. And when I see the younger guys coming up now and into all kinds of areas of technology, because technology is the driver. Nothing is done nowadays. In those days, you have to have a taxi, you buy a car, you put a man there, he eats 3/4 of the money. But now it's Uber. You don't even need to have a car to run a taxi service. You just use your car, you have a roll, and you make money even on the side. That tells you the transformation that is going on in the way people live, the way people work, the way people solve their problems. In those days, you talk about tally. You want to take your money from the bank, you go and line up. So you even leave at 8 o'clock in the morning. But now you walk into your bank. In fact, you don't even need to go to the bank. Just look for the nearest ATM. You can even do your mobile transfers. And that is the beauty of this forum, where some promoters,
and they told me it would take 90 days. And a few days before the 90 days, I got my license for the visas to operate the MasterCard franchise in Nigeria. For me, I think this is the kind of person we need in the Senate.
Don't give up.
We should begin to participate. We need a festival. When we put people who have never had the experience, who don't understand what we're talking about, and we expect them to design policies that will suit what we need in this country to move on, then we've got it wrong. So we all need to begin to imbibe the culture of participation in politics, because the senators, the House of Rep members will decide how fast we move in this country. So that we allow them to make us crawl, or we allow them to make us fly. I think the choice is really in our hands. So I've listened to the discussions tonight, very brilliant discussions. And I look at it, what can one person do when you have nobody in your environment to speak up and support that knowledge base that will require in a national assembly? Many of them are trying. They are very good men, they read up, they do all kind of stuff, but it's very different. You have technological giants here, and you have all the money. You need to begin to take the bull by the arm and begin to participate in politics. That is the first major part of my message tonight. And of course, I've decided to go back to the Senate again. And I never forgot this group. Don Pedro has has always invited him. Yes.
When you're bow tie.
I think you all, because we're here at Cotillo Don Pedro. And each time I came, I've always seen my brother and my friend. And I've seen the Oracle. And of course, I was just challenging my friend and brother here that he left banking for technology. Now, we are trying to give good examples so that this country can move forward. And everything that you do as an individual, for us to change this nation, we need to live by good example. What do we do when nobody's watching us? Who are we as a people? I understand there's no trust. There's more trust for those foreign software. It's not without cause. It's just because for us, sometimes we like to abuse the system. It's not peculiar to our country. Policies and things we can do to build that trust, build our youth to begin to think that a job that is given to you requires a lot of trust and confidence from the person giving you the job. You execute it well, and the future has no limit for you. The college just gave us an example of a gentleman, alumni of, alumnus of King's College, young guy, maybe slightly older than, what the college said. But he has developed another one. After selling one to Google, he's selling one to Apple. And the Apple price is not disclosed. It's over $1 billion as well. So what is it going to do with money? When you have 2 applications, each one, the cheapest one is $1 billion, and you have sold another one for $1.something billion. We know our environment will not give us that kind of opportunity because nobody here is going to buy a software for $1 billion. But we have companies. You have Google, you have Facebook, you have all of them. And people have developed, they have the capacity to do this. And what we are saying all night long is for us to bring up our youth and let them imbibe this culture, learn from their youthful ages, begin to develop applications, and catch up with India. Because most of those call centers, those who answer your phones in America, when you call AT&T or you call anybody or UPS, they are all in India, mostly, because they're cheaper labor. I don't think there is cheap labor here, because we don't have enough volume yet to ensure that the competition reduces the cost. When just a few people can develop software and it costs so much money, and that's because you have to fuel your generator for you even to be able to have time to write the application. So for us, infrastructure is a major issue. The government policy towards assisting the industry has no end as we stand today. A lot of people have developed the private sector, but we still need the government to come up with policies to build this major infrastructure that are so expensive in terms of electricity, which is a must. We must build that. And of course, our institutions of learning. We must begin to attract, have special institutions for those that are super smart. And I know there are a lot of super smart people on this table. So I thank you very much, and I congratulate you for this edition of the Conference of the Industry. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me say that it's a very big pleasure to be here this evening. I'd like to join my voice of welcome to those that have spoken before me, and to say that you're welcome to this occasion. I'd like to thank Don Pedro for the courage to have continued to host this event year in, year out, and more grace to your level. There's no doubt that information technology drives the world today. Whichever direction you look, today we are talking about the fourth industrial revolution, and it's all based on the future of information technology, when man and machines will be communicating with each other. And that's the future of tomorrow. Sometimes in Nigeria, we think that we've done a lot in ICT, but I can say that we've not really scratched the surface. There's still a lot to do. I'm privileged to be part of a team that was put together recently by the chairman of the NCC to try and look at how we can improve things generally for the future. And what that does for me is to another chance to contribute to the discussion. And the Oracle is part of that team. And the issue here is to make sure that we catch the young people and make them future ICT-preneurs tomorrow. I would want to say that despite all that is happening in the country today, I think the future is very bright. I'm one of those that are hardcore optimists. And no matter how people try to hold us down, we will rise. The young people will rise, and the young people will lead the world of tomorrow. I think all we need to do is continue to talk. And what Senator Arisha said really touched me a lot, because it's one of the things I've always talked about in many places where I've had opportunities to speak. About the fact, I can't remember the name of that person that said that those who thumb their noses at politics get ruled by their inferiors. So many of you here today never think that politics is a dirty game, and the exposure to make it happen. So that is why we must try. The FC said I was an aspiring senator, but the truth is that I tried 2015. I'm ahead. Better title is attempted senator. I ran for Senate, won the election. By the next day, the results came. And I couldn't do anything about it, because I'm not built for that kind of thing. I cannot bribe a judge. I cannot do certain things that are not ethical. So at the end of the day, I was just looking, and the whole thing just So I said that at my age, I'll leave it to you young people to try. Maybe I didn't start early enough. I wish I started at the age of 25. Gordon Brown, who was the Prime Minister of Britain, at a young age actually. No, it wasn't that old. It was just in the early 50s or even younger, you know. So, start early. Belong to a party. Because when they are now looking for that candidate, because you've been around long enough, you might stand a chance. Not just waking up one day and jumping into the place and hope that you make a difference. Back to ICT, I think the future holds a lot for us. Nigeria hasn't been very fair to everybody, I must say. Take example, if you're a very good footballer, doesn't matter how well you play in Nigeria, you will never be a Kanoanko unless you fly out of Nigeria and play in another clime. Because there, you're paid for what you are and what your legs can do. But with ICT, it's a bit different. Nigerians have been here and gotten employment in Australia. They stay here and they design software that is actually sold in the international market. That is the beauty of the industry that we are in. So you must continue to strive to make a difference. And I agree with those who have spoken before that say we must cut them young. 5-year-olds are not too young to start learning how to code. And we must try and do that, introduce it to schools. When I was in the NCC, we tried our best. We were actually the government agency that started giving computers to schools, secondary schools, even elementary schools and universities. Because in those days, most people did not know how to use the computer. But we made it a point of duty to introduce people to that modern technology. And I think a lot is happening today in various areas, and we need to continue to improve on it. Once more, I'd like to congratulate them for putting this together, and also congratulate those who have been nominated for awards. I trust that they're all deserving of it, and that it will also encourage other people to aspire. Next time you do it, I'd like to see some younger people being awarded. Those who are coming up with brilliant ideas in certain aspects of ICT, who might not be those who are recognized everywhere, but because they have been identified for something, try and bring them and let's expand it. And I think we'll all be better off for it. Thank you very much, everybody, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Digital, seriously. I see my picture recently, I don't believe it's on me. So photographers, do justice to my pictures. But the people when they enjoy all these camera parts, phone cameras now, women. You go see a dark ugly lady, you go snap, you go fair. And some of those pictures you see, like bush growing on their head, Snapchat, flowers on their head. They will not take it one slogan, small girl with big God. Now what's the technology they do? I'll tell you. And the few of those small girls with big God do. But mother, you know what I'm saying? Fear them. If you're a married man, fear small girls with big God. They are disturbing the town. Alright. My name is MC Obele, you're the tallest comedian of the Federal Republic. Yes. And I tell people that this my size is the most unique size on earth. When the oracle is speaking, he said we should see tomorrow. I couldn't tell myself, say this is my stature, see tomorrow. Because my stature no say, after some time, say material will cost. I'm telling you, wonderful size indeed. I love my size. I love you so much. My big brother playing the drunk. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Alright. But truly, if you watch nowadays, if you be big brother for your family, you know they do well for family meeting, only you go to pick bottle. And the pastors will not get too much members, they get time for prayer points. I will tell you the truth. As the tallest comedian, I also advise people in whatever you do, value it much, do it well. Now, I advise people will like Okada, bike. If you know you like bike here, please mind the kind of Okada you enter. We have only 3 types of Okada in Lagos State. You will see Hausa man Okada, Igbo man Okada, Yoruba man Okada. If you watch an Igbo man Okada, it's very expensive, but it's safe. True of us. Yoruba man Okada, they have only one fault. While riding with them, they are horn. Pim, 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 pim. Everyone one pull. If the bike horn is not okay, they will fix speaker to the machine. If they carry you, they will play dun 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 dun. Even if you come, event like this, people will not say Okada, carry you come. But for the Hausa people, their own is very cheap and dangerous. I enter one from Ojo Elegba to Lekki Phase 1. Aboki tell me 150. I no price I might enter. As I enter, it's just a 1 minute. Hold me well. Hold me like your brother. I say, you know my father now. My brother, as we move, now when I know why Aboki they want me. Before one pole, Aboki don't change all the gear where they machine. Machine call they fly. Now me now they tap Aboki, say small, say, hey my friend, don't disturb me. Now me they brother for match and go. I say match and go, small. Now so with the match this in they go. Aboki see container, trailer, 40 feet. Sit there, follow their middle, overtake, tap him. He said, my brain, no disturb me. Now, he did the corner of match and go. I said, match and go, small. Now, so we match and reach Lekki Phase 1. I did not say get first and second entrance. Now, the second one, I did enter, I stop for first one. So I go use like completer. As I come there, I give a booking money, PM. A booking just park. I know my sort of change. I said, park. You wear dark glass. I said, my friend, I want to ease myself. I said, what I go come? They come out glass, they come look at me. I said, Machango, with one leg and one eye, now they blow this kind of speed. Say, hey, why you do the beer? Even that way, I did overtake over that trailer and that container. I couldn't say about the second eyes. I don't know where I enter. But truly, if you have this size, you have benefits of attending so many things in life. Ask me how. This is the only size that attend children function, also attend adult function. Look around now. The only youngest adult in the midst of other adults. I'm telling you. But truly, it has so many advantages and disadvantages. If I may ask, this, what do you call it, Valentine's Day, that just passed this year, did you receive any gifts from any friend, be it a lady? See, it's because of your size. If they calculate how many years for your clothes, your boxers and singlets, they'll say no, they'll just wish you through text. But for me, they find it easier to go for shopping. Because if you watch me, my up and down, 1.5, up and down, boxers, 100 naira, children's size, they'll quickly buy it and bring to me. I'm telling you, you know, when Jonathan was about becoming the president, then they said everybody must register and vote. As an adult, I know how old I am. I went to register. On the day of the voting proper, it wasn't funny. Getting to the gates, the man just asked me, come, are you looking for your mother? I said, no, I want to vote. He said, where is your voter's card? I brought it out to say, the man now call me uncle. After seeing the age there, say, with this age, you have got the quarter. I said, no. He said, come on, baby. I said, shit. He now look at this picture very well. And now frown face. Say, Uncle, come here now. I don't know. Just came closer. He said, who is the photographer that snapped this picture? I said, it's not photographer, it's INEC. Then now, the man now provoked. How can INEC snap you? Your 2 legs are showing on the voter's card. The worst part of it was when I traveled 2014. My man looked at my face. He said, now you are getting older, you need to marry. I came back to Lagos just to try one relationship. My church member, Oga, the very first day the girl came to my house and said, Obelife, I need to make my hair. I said, take money, go make your hair. She said, I must follow him to the salon. I said, your wish is my command. Now they are making mistake. This guy carry me, when they go salon. Instead of this guy to carry me past normal road, carry me past inside market. And you know how inside market be? You reach to a particular point, it will be so crowded. And at that point, everybody will be hustling how to maneuver that point. As we are trying to pass, my babe was holding me. I'm walking when they say no concern from far, begin shout, hey, hey, madam, I beg, hold your picking one way low. That's all the relationship they pass. I can't go buy a car. But my first car. I drive very well, I can drive any car like this, but the experience as a car owner and my own is not the same. How? I was driving towards Ikeja. The very first time I drove to Ikeja, by that Maryland traffic lights, my brother, as I just beat that traffic light, police, where they at that point, begin call police, where they go Link Road. Say, they stop all the cars way past that moment where I pass. Say, one particular car just passed, say nobody there inside. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Please put those hands together once more for MC Obeibe.
It was Colonel, I thought it was a frown. She was actually smiling. All right. My chairman is saying in his mind, you young boy, call this name already.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner is Medallion Communications. Please can we put our hands together for Medallion Communication. If you celebrate others, others will celebrate you. Please can we put our hands together for Medallion Communications.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have this plaque as the Outstanding Communications Company of the Year. For those who don't know Medallion, there is a Latin word to describe it. Did you study Latin? For those, just let me interpret. You can be short, but your brain is still there in your head. But this one is tough. To Medallion, say congratulations.
On behalf of Medallion, the evidence by MD is a fitting man, who is available yesterday to attend I say thank you to the organizer of this event. This has shown us that you have recognized us as you have just said that we are so small, but we are very relevant in the industry. And in the discussions we have today, we talk about infrastructure sharing. We are going to do that. This is what we do, and we have been doing it for the past 14 years. Sharing critical infrastructure with communities, different IT companies. Thanks for recognizing us.
Thank you so much. No, you're not done, sir. You know, an oracle cannot just come and go. You know, we need the oracle are always with us. Thank you so much. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Inconveniences we've caused you this night. Please, I'd like to also apologize. We usually display the awards on the screen and all of that. That requires a lot of protocols. We read TCs of the companies and all of that. Permit us to just go straight because the time is fast spent. Okay? But please trust that everyone that this award will get to is actually deserving of the award. The second award that will be presented by the Oracle himself is to the most innovative mobile money solution provider of the year. The most innovative mobile money solution provider of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, please put those hands together as I call the winner. There were so many nominees and all of that. We would have gone through that, but for time, I'd like to call the winner, and the winner is... Some people just got very busy with their phones. I understand. Please put those hands together for 40's mobile money. 40's mobile money, please. 40's mobile money.
Thank you, sir. 40's mobile money. One money. Raise up your hand and mobile money will just come to you. Believe me. Anyway, congratulations. These things made possible by those who really empower the foundation of the mobile phone, which is the infrastructure that the fintech is riding on. And we want to thank the commander here and his team for giving us this platform. Congratulations.
I'm elated to accept this recognition on behalf of my manager, who is also here with me. We thank the organizers of this event.
What this has shown to us is that some of the efforts we've made with regards to innovation in this space has been recognized. So we are not going to let up. We are going to go back to our drawing board. We are going to try to come up with very innovative solutions. And we hope to be back here next year and get more of this. So thank you very much to the organizers of this event, and I'm very happy to have this award. I'm sure the guys at the office will give a bit more. The tech team at the back end, like was discussed here, the guys that come up with some of the solutions we deployed, some of the partners were there. They are doing a lot in the industry, so with regards to agricultural financing, different digital finance for rural development. We deploy so many technologies that has facilitated financial inclusion, some of which were NFC technologies and quick response technologies. So I am so happy that some of these things were done and recognized, and I'm hopeful that, like my MD has said during the session, that government and other international institutions will believe more in local content and our capacity to keep it going. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A distinctive goddess of no comparison. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first person we're giving this award to is a woman who have done a lot in empowering the less privileged, as long as this industry is concerned. She's a very wonderful person. She has affected the lives of so many people within and outside this country. This woman is a philanthropist, and she has dedicated her life to see smiles on the faces of the next generation. She's one of those people you could look at and, you know, a little bit compare her to the Mother Teresa of our times. Please put those hands together, because Titans of Tech has decided to recognize this woman by giving her this commendation award. Please put those hands together as I welcome Mrs. Tricia Obi. Mrs. Tricia Obi. Tricia Obi. Tricia Obi. Can you put your hands together better for me?
very short word for everyone. As you live each day, try as much as possible to put a smile on the faces of people around you. No amount of help is too small. No amount of help is too small. The greatest achievement in life is making sure you make somebody happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. She said it. Put smiles on the faces of someone. I can see the chairman. You know, if I stand here, chairman, how would you feel if I just stand here right now? I just stand here throughout.
No problem.
And not move at all.
We will move you.
So I better move myself as fast as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, the next person that will receive the Titans of Tech Award is a man who, ever since he was made, he took over the ATCON Secretariat, we have seen changes. I remember in one of John C. Maxwell's books, he said that the size of the position depends on the size of the leader. If you put a small-minded person in a big position, you will reduce it to his size. And if you put a big-minded person with big capacity in a small position, you would expand that position to his size. This particular man has expanded things and he has made things better than it was and it ever was. The Titans of Tech have looked at him, gone through his profile and seen that a man who has worked so diligently deserves to be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, can I welcome Ajibola Olude. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ajibola Olude. You're welcome, sir.
Madam, take the mic up, please.
We'll continue to do great things. We'll continue to use the ATCON to grow the industry by being proactive, and we will continue to advise the government to do the right thing for the growth of our industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. God bless you. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for her. That is the man that said, if I stand there, they will move me. With immediate effect. My chairman, it's looking like you. And I wonder how she's doing it. It's not even, I mean. Oh, wow. I thought somebody would clap. Please clap if you want to clap. She's not even done. It's looking. This award goes to the Female Entertainment Personality of the Year. This particular person started her career in the United States of America, and then after the vast education and practice in the movie industry, she decided to come down to this country, and she saw the level that Nollywood was or is at. She saw the development, and then she saw the gap that was created. And then she came in and created an IT package to give us online, to give us access to watch these Nigerian films on our phones. She created a digital online television station called AfriGold. This woman has affected so many people because the creation of a production house in Nigeria has given a lot of actors, actresses jobs. And of course directors like me giving us jobs and producers as well. And then the creation of this television station has given countless number of people all over jobs and taking them off the streets. She totally deserves this award. Ladies and gentlemen, the female entertainment personality of the year is no other person but Dr. Obi. Dr. Obi. I thought some people would have started clapping by now. There are Nollywood people here, and I thought we would have started clapping now. Dr. Obi Uzoku, please put your hands together for her.
Hi, Doc. It is my very special privilege to present this award to you on behalf of the organizers of Titans of Technology for your pioneering efforts in the area of TVs, streaming, and such services. Congratulations.
Oh, God, which kind of thing is it? Come on there now. What is all this now? What is your one now? You don't say the block, you can't see it snap like this.
Thank you so much.
Picture this now, we can take picture of it, we can take picture of it.
God bless you guys, and next year, hopefully, we watch better in Jesus' name.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Colonel. You're still here. No, you're still here with me. Of course. You're standing. So please keep standing, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the next person we're going to be giving an award is someone who works with the Guardian newspaper. This particular individual, this man, if you want to talk about ICT reporting in Nigeria, not just for Guardian newspaper, but in Nigeria generally, if you're looking for ICT news that you can trust, you just go to what this particular person has written. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, can I please welcome no other but Mr. Yemi Adebetu. Please put your hands together for Mr. Yemi.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to the house. I don't know where to start, but I want to say a big thank you to Titans of Tech, especially my Oga. Thank you very much for this recognition. I pray that your organization will go forward in the name of Jesus, and by the special grace of God, will do more for this for the IT industry in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, you can go, sir. Thank you, sir. I feel privileged telling you to come and then telling you to go. It's an honor, sir. I'm going to take out the video and I'm going to tell them, do you guys know that I actually told him, I said come, and I said go. And he said, can I go? I said no, stay. Please put your hands together for me. All right, considering the microphone has its own power. Some people said that the military has power in the gun. Then others said there's power in the pen, but I know that there's power in the microphone and the voice. That's a very good power. Ladies and gentlemen, to present the next set of awards, I'd like to welcome the chairman of this wonderful event. The one who is being sketched right now. I don't know how she saw you on Sutsa. Okay, in her mind, you're on Sutsa. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Senator Engineer Ernest Ndukwe. Put your hands together for him as he comes to present the next set of awards. You're welcome, sir. All right, he's here. The first award he's going to present is for the Best Cooperative Financial Mobile and Cloud Service. There were so many companies that came in for this particular award, but just one company won after it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will just mention the name of the winner. Please put those hands together, because the winner of this prestigious award is no other company but the winner of this award is no other company but Coop East. Put your hands together for Coop East.
It's a pleasure to present this to you. Best Cooperatives Financial Mobile and Cloud Services Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Dumpy, we appreciate the great work you're doing here. I want to thank the Oracle. We want to, on behalf of the president of the cooperative and the members of the executive, also thank our staff, because without the staff, we wouldn't have been able to do this which we are doing. And most importantly, behind us, we have the Connect team, also represented here, who have also guided us to become who we are today. It's a financial institution, one of the best cooperatives in the country, and then what we have also done is to empower ourselves such that our members can have financial information on the go. As I speak to you, I can do my cooperative transactions on our cooperative mobile app. Just so you know, my information is also hosted in the cloud. This is just the beginning. Our plan is that we would use this to be able to connect each other anywhere in the world. Thank you very much.
All right, let's put our hands together for him.
This guy is a correct marketer. Jeez, just to collect award. My chairman, any opportunity.
Just to let you know that, you bill. Put those hands together for him once more. Thank you. I was just informed that the techniques or the technical hands have sorted out whatever it was that we needed to sort out. So the winners will be announced here. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award will go for the most innovative public servant of the year. Most innovative public servant of the year. So let's get it.
Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, FBCS, FIIM. Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, Director General, his first degree in computer science. He also obtained an MSc in computer science and MBA in technology management from the same university. In addition, he obtained his PhD in computer information systems and postgraduate certificates in research methods from the prestigious Robert Gordon University, Aberdeen, Scotland, United Kingdom. Under his leadership, the National Information Technology Development Agency.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I bring warm greetings from Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, he says that may the peace, mercy, and blessings be upon everybody here, and he's committed to actually doing more. Being a young person himself, he's actually young. He's interested in capacity building, and he believes that digital empowerment is the surest way for us to make more progress as a country economically. Thank you so much.
Please, can we have a hand of applause for? Yes, sir. I was just informed that she said to me that she saw your picture on TV, and then you were wearing suits. So that picture stuck to her mind. So what she's drawing is based on what she saw on TV where you wore suits. Am I right? Yeah? You're still drawing it, Abi? You're done. You're done. Don't show them yet too. Turn it first. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to move forward to present the next award, and that's for the Digital Payment Personality of the Year. Digital Payment Personality of the Year. All right. Okay, I think we don't have it there, so I'll just announce. Please put those hands together as I welcome Mr. Samuel Oladimeji. Put your hands together for Mr. Samuel.
Congratulations. And well spoken.
Have you ever been in a situation where your schedule is packed with so much to do in such a limited time? Oh, it could be some.
I want to say thank you to Titans of Tech for this award. Also going to say thank you to my staff. Whatever I've done is because they've supported it. Thank you for super money from a struggling company to a brand that really likes to be. But I say I'm standing on the shoulder of these guys because they made it possible. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You are still here, sir. You are not going, sir. To present the next award to the Tech CEO of the Year. Tech CEO of the Year.
Godfrey Efurubo.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm honored and humbled by this recognition, and I want to thank the organizers for recognizing me. I pray that your good work will continue, and I will also continue in whatever I have done to earn me this recognition. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, we'd like to, we want to request that everyone who's received an award today should please not go, because you would need to take a group photograph with the chairman before you leave. We'll try and be as fast as we can. When I say cut it, you cut it, because of time. All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please, can we bring back the Oracle for the presentation of this set of award. Oracle, we're so sorry, sir. We're sorry, sir. We need to, we crave that you come again. We're going to be presented to the Software Personality of the Year. Software Personality of the Year. You don't know?
Amos Emmanuel, popularly called the software preacher, is a computer scientist and banking expert the designer of Africa's multiple award-winning indigenous cloud integral software, a web and mobile real-time bond equity trading solution, serving numerous stock market organizations and investors globally. He founded Programmers Foundation, an NGO that has trained freely hundreds of jobless graduates from diverse disciplines through his Pseudo Liberty initiative and matched their upgraded IT-enabled capacities with direct labor market opportunities created for them in the Nigerian capital market since 2000. Mr. Amos Emmanuel is a UN World
Thank you. With this award, I think this is really no surprise. The Software Personality of the Year. This is a man who has dreamt software visionary and also really created a proof of concept. I was with them, but I led 27 Nigerians to Silicon Valley from 2005 to 2003. And you could see how passionate he was within that entity. Even when people went to San Jose, Joseph Street, and whatever, to make sure that he remained in the room doggedly, using his expertise to be able to design software, which of course is now what we're doing. So I want to congratulate you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Don Pedro, I will say thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been on one of these projects almost about over a decade ago, but each time I get this, it tells you you are yet to do anything. I've always told anyone, please tell the next person next to you to look for something to do to save the country. Thank you so much, everyone. And on behalf of the World Summit Awards, I so appreciate my innovators who came all the way from Kwara, Dela Lubenga. So please just to mention one of the things, and some other colleagues who for time could not make it here. The other colleague has gone. He has a wonderful project under the Open Government and Citizen Engagement called Nigeria Parliament, and I love that. And quite a number of them into the health sector, the inclusion and empowerment, and so many business and commerce. And that's to tell you that Nigeria is actually innovating. This year, the grand jury of the UN World Summit Award, after 15 years, holds in Africa for the first time. And that will be in Accra in 2 months.
Thank you very much. Please, I'd like to remind you that in the program, we have all the recipients of the awards, and we have their profiles being written there. You can actually look them up and see their profiles so that we save ourselves the time of the readings of the thesis and all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award we're going to present is for the Entrepreneur of the Year. Please put those hands together as I welcome Chief DG Michaels. Please put your hands together for Chief Michael.
You really look like a chief. Where's the cap? Thank you. DG Michael is the Entrepreneur of the Year award. We wish you all the best. For you to also tell the chief to support the young entrepreneurs that are coming. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. The Chief Michael Didi is supposed to be here, but due to one reason or the other, I didn't make it. Now, I should represent you. I bring it one greeting to everyone, and I thank the organizer of this August occasion, and I pray that we will move from strength to strength. And by this time next year, next program, we have the cost to 35 million. Thank you.
Kazure, please put your hands together for Mr. Yusuf. Mr. Yusuf or his representative.
So this is for Mr. Yusuf Kazure, title of the Merit Award, and of course I want to ensure that it is delivered. It's done well. Congratulations. Now, before that one comes, by the power conferred on me by the chairman, the story of ICT Nigeria, which of course we know is moving momentum, it's like that story of King Henry IV, who's in his palace, they saw a dog, and one jittery boy forecasted that this dog, because it had rabies.
Mr. Chairman, this award is very special. And in my opinion, there is no other person that is more deserving of the award than whom it has been awarded to. The title of the award is the Nigeria ICT Industry Lifetime Achievement Award. And your guess is as good as mine. The awardee for this year is Engineer Dr. Ernest Ndukwe.
Please would also want to urge everyone on the table to please join him as he receives the award.
Federal Republic OFR is an electrical engineer and former executive officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. He obtained a Bachelor of Science BSc degree in electrical engineering from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, and an alumnus of the Lagos Business School. He has under his belt about 4 decades of experience in the telecommunications industry. He was Managing Director of General Telecoms from 1989 to 2000, when he was appointed as the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. At the NCC, he presided over the building of an internationally respected institution, developing the Commission's reputation as a strong, transparent, and open regulatory agency. Under his tenure from 2000 to 2010, the ICT industry witnessed tremendous growth and transformation, leading to what is generally been referred to as the era of Nigeria's telecommunications revolution. It is no wonder he is widely regarded as the father of modern telecommunications for infrastructure policy, regulation and advancement, CIPRA. He is also on the board of the Research ICT Africa Network and was appointed as non-executive director of Access Bank in 2012. He is a recipient of 5 honorary doctorate degrees from various universities and was the first president of the Association of Telecommunications Companies in Nigeria, ATCON. He is also a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Nigerian Institute of Management Technology, and the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Engineer Dr. Ernest Ndukwe, OFR, is indeed an icon of hope for his pioneering and consistent efforts in the promotion, development, deployment, and sustenance of the Nigerian ICT industry. A visionary leader of men, astute manager of resources, and a great teacher. Today, we celebrate his exceptional business accomplishments, repositioning Nigeria's telecoms industry, and his unparalleled human capital development acumen, determination, and tenacity of purpose. Engineer Dr. Ernest Ndukwe, OFR, is a legend that has left an indelible mark in Africa's telecoms landscape for his immense and tireless contribution to the development of the Nigerian ICT industry. Let's make welcome Mr. Telecom, Engineer Dr. Ernest Ndukwe, OFR, to receive the Nigerian ICT Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you very much for that clapping and recognition. And on your behalf, I present this award to Engineer Dr. Ndukwe for a well-deserved recognition as the ICT Lifetime Achievement Award.
I have spoken before, and all I can say is this is a big surprise because as you can notice, my name wasn't even published in the brochure. think Don Pedro must have planned it to be a surprise. And a big surprise it is at that. So Don, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I dedicate this to those young people that will start teaching how to code in the future. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Please, while you're still here,
don't come now.
Still presenting, I'd like to call on the young lady who did the design to come present the design. And then I think those of us that are still left to look through the design to be sure that it actually looks like a German. Please, all those, you want to say something?
I do, yeah, I get on the shirts.
This is speed painting, actually. I have to train and practice the drawing before presenting it. I would have loved to do a live sketch, but I think this is preferable to look presentable to you, sir.
Thank you. So good at them.
It looks like you, sir. It looks like you, sir.
It's not actually a realistic drawing, it's a customized picture.
Customized. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are arranging for all of this to say hi to all of us, still having us here, please. Yes. Still having us here to say hi to all of us as we arrange for our group photograph.
I have with this program. The Oracle. Immediately I saw you, my village people called. As they called the Oracle, honestly, their computers are working. You know the problem I have with this program? One thing, when you people came and everybody was talking about fintech. You see this girl, immediately she came and said the picture is culturalized. All of you got confused. Because she's talking with the art jargon. You people have been talking with computer jargon here. So many people, you see, they left. Saying fintech. One girl said, please, so where's their address? Where's the fintech address? Let me go and see if they can give me a job. They think fintech is a company. Fintech is financial technology. Just to shorten it, fintech. They didn't know. You people talk about how ICT, one person thought it was about scanning the human, CT scan. They don't raise information and communication technology. Please, next time, explain what you people are talking about. So the other people can understand. Because some people think that they are giving an award to the people that have started the fintech company in Nigeria. Honestly. But truly, I am proud to be here. I am somebody, I love technology more than you can imagine. In fact, I can do things that you cannot. This thing this girl did is actually, this is actually technology. Sure. Technology, manual technology. Mantech. And it's from a lady. So a mantech from a lady. But her own, for woman tech. Women do this a lot every day. But on their own faces. It's called makeup. It's only on a woman's face you can see 6 colors. And you don't complain. Tell them. Honestly, the ladies use makeup every time, everything, makeup, many colors, after which they still snap picture and use filter again on top of it. Very soon, their own wood, it will get to another level where they'll be using potty. You know this potty they use for cars. They'll use it on their face. And then to remove that makeup, they must use chisel and hammer.
Let's put our heads together.
I'm telling you. Anyway, don't worry, I'm so happy to be here, and to all the people that receive our award, you deserve it. God bless you, continue doing what you're doing, and I know that by this time next, it's yearly, by this time next year, we're all going to gather here, and we're going to see a big improvement. Amen. People are going to come in. Whatever you're doing, do it better, because people are going to come and contest this your position. Yeah. Believe me. Technology is going higher. To me, I feel that what we should do to make this thing, you know, you're talking about how do we make this go better. Catch all the Yahoo boys, teach them ICT. Catch them, teach them ICT. On their own, they are learning this thing. You people don't know. Go to computer village. Somebody can clone your computer and you cannot even speak English. I know what I'm talking about. These boys, they go and buy the laptop by themselves, teach themselves, do people that created the software, show them another way that is stronger than hardware. To the extent they wear out. See, catch those boys. Don't jail them. Use that brain for somebody that dropped out of SS3 or SS2 or 1 to come, sit down, use computer, and convince somebody in another country that he's the minister. No, do you think it's easy? Do you think it's easy? Let me tell you, if they catch them there, they utilize them. They don't mess them up. They utilize them. Utilize these boys. Use them. Let them use their brain power positively instead of negatively. Because we, in Nigeria, we have brain power. It depends on where you're channeling it. With these boys who do, is it not small girls, small girls that created software in Anambra to decode fake malaria drugs? My brother, give these Yahoo boys chance. They will decode fake future.
Ladies and gentlemen, put those hands together for Hit the Drum. All right, let's have the group photograph. Can we have the cameras?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, clean the drum, please. Will you come take pictures with them? Sorry, just take this one.
So I looked in this picture. You know you're an ex-military man. I will just hang it in my car. My brother, if they
all right, my fellow compare, please come. Let's take with them.
Please get our perfume.